Well, hello there, my fellow rushers. How are you doing today? KingRix here, and today we're continuing on with Kingdom Rush hero reviews. Last time we left off at Laura, and now we're moving on to another hero that's pretty interesting and kind of underrated in my opinion. We're talking about Ingvar Bearclaw. Valhalla awaits, indeed. It's kind of hard to understand him, but you can just check out the wiki and it says it there. And yeah, this guy is quite interesting. He's actually one of the more tankier units in the game. So let's just roll his stats right now. 700 health, wow. That's a lot of health, indeed it is. I don't think it's the highest in the game, I think Malik has 750, but still 700 health is nothing to laugh at. Medium armor, or in this case 40%, which is pretty good, so he can withstand a good amount of damage before, you have to retrieve him in order to regenerate. Wow, that damage is huge, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, it's pretty good amount of damage. I would say maybe it's the highest as far as numbers go. But it's physical damage, so it's not like Ignis where he deals true damage. So against armored enemies he's gonna do less damage. And his attack speed is 1.5 seconds. So not too bad. And yeah. Now let's check out his actual abilities. Starting off with Ancestor's Call.
Until Ragnarok!
So yeah, his first ability is actually pretty unique. It's like an extra reinforcement, which is not bad at all. I really like it. And the cooldown is not too bad either. It happens really often when he summons his mini guys. And sure, they're not as good as reinforcements, they're still pretty solid if I do say so myself. But in the beginning it's a little bit meh, He only gets one of those ancestors, and one of them is not all that great, but however, as he levels up, you're gonna get more and more of them. At level 2, you're gonna get 2 of them, and each one of them will have improved stats. I believe each one of them at level 5 has 150 health, 4 to 8 damage, and low armor, or in this case 20%. By the way, the armor doesn't change as he levels up, so the armor of the ancestor is still gonna be low no matter what level he is. And as far as level 8 goes, which is the last level where the ability gets boosted, each ancestor gets 200 health and 6 to 10 damage. You get 3 of them, and that's quite a lot of stalling power that you can get. Sure, it's not gonna last for like an insane amount of time, but still, that's a pretty nice extra stalling power that you can get out of him. And I mean, overall, really good ability, I would say. I kind of didn't like it back in the day, but now that I started playing with him a little bit more, I started to realize how good this ability actually can get. So yeah, don't underestimate it. This ability can come in clutch many times. So yeah, pretty decent ability. That's what I have to say about this one. And the next ability is obviously Bear Form. Oh yeah, the Bear Form. This ability, man, is ridiculous to say the least. It's insane. Basically, he turns into this bear form, and whenever he does that, he's gonna get... I mean, sure, he needs to get damaged in order for this to happen, but basically, after he turns into this bear form, he becomes immune to any sort of damage. Yep. So, it doesn't matter if you have true damage, magical damage, or physical damage, he's not gonna take any damage. And the bear form lasts for 10 seconds in the beginning at least. And he deals 20 to 40 damage, so it's a little bit less, but however, he attacks 3 times. And he takes 2 seconds to recharge, so he can shred through enemies' health pretty quickly, which is really nice. And on top of that, as I said, it lasts 10 seconds. So once you level him up, it becomes more, the duration becomes more and more. But it's not all that much. At level, I was about to say 8, at level 7, the duration gets increased from 10 seconds to 12 seconds, and at level 10 it gets increased from 12 to 14 seconds. Which is not all that much. 4 extra seconds, it could make a difference, but eh. But the thing is that the damage from when he's in the bear form also increases. It becomes from 20 to 40 to 30 to 50, and at last, when he reaches level 10, it becomes 40 to 60. So he can just shred enemies really quickly, which is awesome. And yeah, Ingvar is quite an interesting hero, I would say. He's kind of an underrated one because, you know, there's a lot better heroes, but don't underestimate him. He still can be really useful, especially against stalling tough enemies or bosses even. As you saw with the mushroom boss. So I just can't pronounce his name for my life, so I'm just gonna call him the mushroom boss. As you saw, he can just stall him for a really long time. And yeah, it's amazing. I really like this guy. So I'm gonna give him an 8.5 out of 10. I don't think he's that good to the point where he gets a 9, but he is quite solid. The only issue that I have with him though is that he doesn't deal with crowds very well. He's really good against like single targets for stalling and killing them, but as far as crowds are considered, if we have like a bunch of crowds, let's just send them. Hopefully the animation doesn't attack, and as you can see he's gonna summon them, but he's not killing them all that fast. As you can see, they're not going down really quickly. Even with the help of the ancestors, it still takes quite a while to kill them. So against crowds of low tier enemies, he's not quite the best option. However, if you have like a really tough enemy and you need to stall him, he can just stall him for an insane amount of time. I would say he might be even better in some situations than Gerald, but you know, that's a little bit of a stretch, so don't take that as a fact. And yeah guys, well, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching, I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future, and while you're at it, drop a like on the video, it means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy, over and out.